Thank you, friends and family. You may be seated. So welcome to the marriage of Gail and Kelly. Gail and Kelly, welcome to the day that has been in your hearts for a long time. So, listen, I have one ground rule for this marriage. And that is, it's your party. So you can laugh, dance, sing. You can cry if you want to. I can't cry. I have to get you through this. But you can cry. So, of course, we cannot have a wedding without talking about love. And we cannot talk about love without first talking about faith. Alan Watts says, well, now, really, when we go back into falling in love and say, it's crazy, falling. You see, we don't say rising into love. There is in it the idea of the fall. And it goes back, as a matter of fact, to extremely fundamental things. That there is always a curious tie at some point between the fall and the creation. Taking this risk is the condition of there being life. You see, for all of life is an act of faith and an act of gamble. The moment you take a step, you do so on an act of faith, because you don't really know that the floor is not going to give under your feet. The moment you take a journey, what an act of faith. The moment you enter into any kind of human undertaking in relationship, what an act of faith. See, you've given yourself up. But this is the most powerful thing that can be done: surrender. And love is an act of surrender to another person. Now, it's important that if we are going to discuss faith and love, that we turn to the experts, and we all love a good expert. So who better to start with than John Lennon and Paul McCartney? They'll say, all you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. There's nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. So for Lennon and McCartney, love is everything. It is. It is all around. It is the beginning and the end. And it is victorious over everything in between. Because there isn't anywhere you can be or anything that you can do that life hasn't already anticipated for you. Love is accessible, and it is everything. It is all you need in the proverbial good times and in the bad times. So whether you find yourselves on a carefree walk or climbing that steep mountain, or surrounded by calm waters, or in the middle of a storm, remember, all you need is love, because you're right where you're meant to be. Of course, no serious discussion of faith and love can happen without conferring with our next expert. She, no doubt, comes with a practical perspective and one that is established in real life experience. That is, of course, Tina Turner. So she's going to say, oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a secondhand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? So watch out, Tina says, because hearts can be broken and love can whip up emotion. The risk and the gamble, then, the putting of faith into the other, should be balanced with sensibility. Tina also says, it may seem to you that I'm acting confused when you're close to me, If I tend to look dazed, I've read it someplace. I've got cause to be, there's a name for it. There's a phrase that fits. But whatever the reason, you do it for me. Sometimes it's okay to not have the right words, but just to feel and to know. And finally, if we ask Nat King Cole, and more recently David Bowie, they'll tell you this story. That there was this boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They'll say he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, a magic day, he passed their way. And while they spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he had to say: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. So then our experts tell us that life is about learning what love is and how to love. And what is love? Love is the accumulation of acts of faith. It is the effect of living your life faithfully. You take the risk. You make the gamble. You fall back into those arms. You take that step. You undertake that human relationship. You surrender to the other. And when you do that, you create love. This is why love cannot be bought or manufactured or contrived. Because faith is none of those things. Faith is the gamble. It's the risk. And it's the act of surrender. And love is the result of faith. So, Gail and Kelly, in the years I've gotten to know both of you, I know firsthand the incredible and enduring faith that you put in each other, in your family, in your friends, your colleagues, your clients, total strangers. That faith is deep, and it is wide, and it is high. And it's for this reason that each of you has this incredible capacity to genuinely love those around you. What an honor it is to be in your orbit and to experience a small part of what each of you exudes every day just by being you. So each of you makes a great you, and we can all agree that you make one hell of an us. So with that, I invite you to exchange your vows.
I now know these are way too long. Way too long.
No, they're not.
Too small of a print. Too.
So, should I skip to the bottom?
No.
No, say them all.
Okay. Whether it is mere fate or coincidence that brought us together. I can do this. Yeah, I can do it. It doesn't really matter. All I know is that we were meant to be together forever. I am made for you, and you were made for me. We are a perfect match, and we complement each other so well. We always bring out the best in each other, and I know that even though there are billions of people in the world, I know without a doubt in my mind that you are the only person in the world for me. We are a match made in heaven and a perfect match here on earth. Never in my life have I felt more dedicated to anyone. I pledge my life and my love to you, and I promise to keep investing my time and energy into the wonderful relationship that we have together. Every day I learn something new about you, and I'm always reminded of how amazing you are. Together we can have the greatest adventures of all time. I take you to be my best friend, my faithful partner, and my one true love. I promise to encourage you. I am sorry. I promise to encourage you and inspire you, and to love you truly through good times and bad. I will forever be there to laugh with you, to lift you up when you are down, and to love you unconditionally through all of our experiences in life together.
You're here.
I should have done that.
You're great.
I do have a theater degree.
You did great.
Oh, thank you.
Gail, I promise to love, honor, and cherish you as we go through this amazing, wonderful life together. I promise never to stifle your dreams or smother you, but rather to encourage your aspirations and help bring them to life. I promise to love you with all my heart and to fill our home with love and light, inviting joy and happiness at every turn. I promise our life will be filled with adventure, both near and far, that we may never grow tired of recounting our wonderful travels together. I love you more with every breath I take, and I cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you. Today I promise to stay by your side in good times and in bad, to laugh with you and cry with you, grow with you in mind and spirit, and always be open and honest with you as long as we both shall live.
All right, ladies, it's time to exchange rings.
You want to do it first?
No, you go first.
Yeah, I'll go first.
So, ladies, with that, it is my great honor and pleasure to pronounce you married. You may kiss your bride. You did it.
I can smash them. They're good.
So with that, family and friends, I would love to introduce to you Gail and Kelly, a married couple.